rogue where it's no gi.
No rules.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
No rules.
And no apologies.
No apologies.
I'm Chelsea Cainberg.
I'm Tori Sterner.
And I'm Natalie Kransman.
I'm Melanie Keys. And I'm Beth Martin.
So, we're off to a little bit of a shaky start today.
What's new?
Tori posted a story, what was that this past weekend, where you're like, what would it even be a She Rolls Road podcast if we didn't screw up in the first 30 seconds? So, we're just gonna start on this note. But you guys may notice that we have two guests with us. I can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going so well. I'm gonna have to remember to give you the mic.
That's okay.
Sorry. You're shunned today. You can't talk.
I'm front and center, so you can just look at me.
So today we have Mel and Beth, who are two ladies from our women's class. So we wanted to do a podcast episode with our women's class, and it's kind of hard to get everyone's schedules to align. So thank you to you guys for showing up.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, no problem.
Glad you guys could come, even though I didn't remember.
So we were supposed to start recording at 4 o'clock, and it was 4:02 when I texted Tori, and I was like, "Hey, are you coming?" And she's like,
Whoops! Oh shit! Coming. Luckily, I live a block away.
she forgot about us.
Yeah, I did.
But it's whatever. To start this
My feelings.
So sorry.
she was crying, actually.
Yeah, I'll make it up to you.
Okay. Sourdough.
I'll bring you pretzels.
We're going to go back to that, but real quick, I just want to do a shout out. Obviously, this episode isn't going to release for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, I think. I don't remember what day we're on, but today, which is March 29th, Rachel Malik, who was our first ever guest, won IBJJF pants at Brown Belt.
Hell yeah, Rachel.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, Rachel.
So congrats to Rachel.
Congratulations, Rachel.
We love you.
So we will have her back on the podcast for a different topic, and then we'll definitely have to ask her about her PANS journey, because she did knock out the number 1 seed in the bracket with a rear naked choke. So, pretty cool. But I'm going to give the mic to Tori so that she can do her little shout out for her new side business as well.
Oh my god.
There you go.
I'm just selling sourdough pretzels.
They're amazing. Amazing sourdough pretzels.
Thanks, guys. That's it. I sold 2 today. I was very excited. That's what I was so distracted about, actually. I'm like looking at my Venmo and I was like, I sold 2 of them. And then you texted me and I was like, oh, gotta go. That's all.
Cool. So if you guys are looking for homemade sourdough pretzels, over in Dousman, there is a little stand behind the Dousman house. So if you are ever inclined and in the Dousman area, we can all vouch for them. They are very, very good. Mm-hmm. So, but you're welcome. Let's get into our episode of our women's program. It's pretty much just going to be like our women's class where we just bullshit with each other. So
I'm never serious.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of just like being unhinged either.
Yeah.
So, but I guess first and foremost, we have a little bit of a difference on how long you guys have been training. So I want to ask first what got you into the sport and what rank you are. So we'll start with Mel.
Okay. It's a very long answer. I'll try not to take too long.
Oh, I want to hear the whole thing.
Still.
Okay. I've always been interested in martial arts for whatever reason. Movies. Grew up with 2 older brothers, so trying to defend myself that way. My dad was a police officer, so just trying to be tough like the rest of the people. I was into kickboxing first. I bought like a heavy bag with like my first paycheck. Moved to Portage years later, and there was an MMA gym there. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go kickboxing. Got a friend, and we went to a class and loved it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sign up for that. And when I was about to leave, one of the guys was like, you should stay for jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And they're kind of rolling around the ground really close. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of want to try kickboxing. And he's like, well, kickboxing is great, but like, if you're out in the world trying to defend yourself, somebody takes you down. Like, kickboxing isn't gonna help you. Like, you should try jiu-jitsu. And I was, okay, yeah, I'll think about it.
Right on that.
Yeah. So then I went back and tried a class and loved it and met a lot of cool people along the way. I think it was like 2017 when I officially started. Trained for a few years, got my
I don't know what that was. There's no one else in this building.
got my blue belt. And then COVID happened, so kind of stopped training. I'm in healthcare, so I was trying to not get sick and try to help people that way. And then I got married, then I had a kid, so everything kind of got put on hold. Then I started back up at another gym. And my daughter was a toddler. I was working in the city, and it was too much, so took another long hiatus. And then back in, when did I start training here again?
6
6
months
ago,
somewhere in there.
started back up 6
I
months
can look
ago.
it up, but I don't know off the top of my head. No.
Yeah. So I missed a couple months. I was sick, and now I'm back, and you're stuck with me.
Perfect.
We very
We
long
love you
story.
having
Oh, I
you.
met my husband. I met Will at the gym too. At
Oh, really?
Ryan's Gym.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Cool. Cool.
It's a love story.
Yeah.
I knew you guys trained together, but I guess I didn't realize you met at Crossover.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to actually talk to him, but Josh, Keister, who trains here, I trained with his brother in
Jacob?
Portage. No, Jarek.
Oh, and brother, and Portage, sorry, yeah, it's
Do you
Jarek.
know Jarek?
There's Jarek, yeah, he has a lot of brothers, so and I think it's Jacob is the one that trains at Crossover sometimes. So.
Okay, yeah, Jarek trained with me in Portage, and we would drive all the way to Wauwatosa once a week, and that's how I met Will.
Oh,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
What a cool, like,
Such
connection.
a small world.
Yeah, so when you get a chance, you should tell Josh that.
Yeah, I know. I
That's
never
really
really
cool.
got a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually like dislocated my toe when I was with Will at Crossover, and that's kind of how we started talking. He's like, "Oh, how you doing?" And
Oh.
so,
Oh,
That must be a thing. My husband broke my toe the first time we ever
Stop.
rolled in our living room. It was the first time I ever tried anything, and he was like showing me stuff in our living room, and I ended up breaking my toe.
oh my god.
I remember that because I remember Will saying that I was like, is Tori going to start? Because he had told us that you were going to start.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, is Tori coming? He's like, no, I broke her toe.
Yeah. And I was like, I felt it happen, and I'm like, because I broke my toes a bunch of times, and I was like, that sucked. But then I was like, so into it, so we kept going.
Yeah.
And then after, I was like, well, can't start for a little bit now because walking on it hurts so bad. So yeah, that must be a thing.
Must be a thing.
Dang. Beth,
Your turn.
how long have you been training jiu-jitsu and how did you get into it?
Okay, so I'm very new, only 3 months old. I'm a baby. But jiu-jitsu's been something actually that my husband and I have been interested in starting together for basically our whole marriage. We're coming up on 10 years this
It's been
year.
10 years already?
10 years
Wow.
married this year.
Wait, when?
August 19th.
Oh, that's my kid's birthday.
It's
Oh,
right before my birthday.
yay! Yeah, so that's something that we were both really interested in starting. But our daughter was doing like some ninja classes, and we were like, we really want her to get into like some more intense stuff. And she like offered and was willing to like make a switch over, and we recently moved to Dousman, and we're so happily surprised to find the gym here that's so close to our house. And I felt like it was the perfect opportunity for me to jump in because she was jumping in and be, a good role model for her. And be brave. Because I was a bit scared. But honestly, like the nerves went away like after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as soon as my face was on someone else's face, I was like, this is fine.
It's normal.
This is totally okay. But I think leading up to that, like I did like a lot of kickboxing. I did a couple of years of like everyday kickboxing classes that I really, really liked. And then I've been on like on a fitness journey for the last 2 years. So like really getting my strength back. And so I felt like this was the right time to give it a go, and I'm really enjoying it.
Sweet. I feel like kickboxing is like kind of the way into
It's
the
like
sport.
the gateway drug
Well,
into jiu-jitsu.
Well, for a lot of women.
Yeah.
Because when I started, I was like, I would do kickboxing, which I never did a kickboxing class until I came here with Sarah. That was my first ever actual kickboxing class, and I was like, this is fucking exhausting. Like,
my first one was with Jacob, and I wanted to die.
Yeah, it's a different cardio for sure.
Yeah.
I did privates with Jacob, and it would be usually like after classes were done, kind of Natalie would leave, and then we'd be like, well, we'll lock up, and we'd be in the cage, and he would punish me for dropping my hands, and so I was just getting like clocked. I was like, this sucks. I'm getting beat up by like a dude that's like my like, little brother. So, but yeah, kickboxing I feel like is like kind of the way in for a lot of women. But you said your husband's interested.
Where is he at?
I know. He is interested when he was. And then I was telling him about the ankle locks we were doing and how, like, the foot was right by the face and the neck. And he was like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can put someone's foot by my face. I don't know if I can grab people's feet.
I
Or have people touch his
do
feet.
get that, but I feel like
You don't even think about it when it's
I thought
happening.
that I'm not like a weird. Feet don't bother me that much. But I remember first starting and being like, ugh, but like they're right there watching it, and then you start doing it, and it's like you don't even think about it. You're just like, I don't like that there, and then you just like do something else.
He's also extremely ticklish. Like, poke him and he's getting out of there.
I'm also that way, but
Will is too, and I don't feel like that plays
Maybe when
into
you're like
it.
in the zone, you're not as.
yeah.
I think
Well, when you're trying to survive,
Yeah.
you know, especially in the beginning, you're just like being mauled. I feel like that's like the last thing on your head.
Yeah, I mean, cognitively, you're aware you're not actually under, like, nobody's going to literally kill you.
Yeah.
But you still feel like you're fighting for your life.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you're thinking about a foot by your face. You're just thinking, how do I not get ankle locked?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly it's just like, how the heck do I start breathing again? Because
Yeah.
I can't breathe. Like,
Yeah.
bring me an oxygen tank, please.
Yeah.
But I get it. Everybody's got to start when they're ready.
Yeah.
Even the dudes.
But you guys do go home and beat up on him, I think, right?
Yeah, we do, but he's very, very strong. Like, he did a lot of, like, bodybuilding in high school, and he's retained a lot of muscle, and he's super strong, so he just muscles us over. So I need to definitely get some more skills to attack.
That's when that's what I do to Ray all the time now. I
know you
I
do.
bop him in the head. He hates it, but when you first start, you use a lot of muscle because you don't know what else to do. And so whenever it's her boyfriend, and whenever I roll with him now, as soon as he starts using his muscle, I go ding on top of his head. I'm like, stop using your muscles. Only use your technique. And then he's like, ugh, every time. The other day he tried like reckoning with me in the middle of it. He's like, that wasn't muscle. I was like, yes it was. Yes it was. Okay.
So that's a good segue into what Natalie and I were talking about, which also he's gonna be so ecstatic. This is 2 episodes in a row.
I know.
He's been brought
You're
up.
welcome.
Well, she finally listened to episode 5, and he's like, he sent me a text. He's like, thanks for shouting me out on the podcast. Anyways, but good segue into something Natalie and I were talking about this week was while we were watching some of the dudes roll was a lot of times people see white belts as like spazzy and like uncontrolled is like a bad.
Yeah, it's not really a good way to say it. Spazzy isn't particularly correct either.
Yeah.
Like,
More aggressive without knowing exactly what they're doing, kind of.
They just don't know what they're doing, right? They don't know how to move their body.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the correct
Just
word
less
is.
controlled, I feel like. I don't know.
But you came up with, not we, I'm not going to take credit for that. You came up with that a lot of times they just want to win. Like they want to win in training. And it's like, yeah, that's great. And you're trying to like figure it out. But also like, don't muscle out of things and like kind of let the jiu-jitsu like flow. It's really, flowing is so hard to do. Like
it is, but it's so fun. Once you can do it, it's so fun.
Yeah. This is so awkward for
I
me.
know,
Every
it's
time you
okay.
start talking, I'm like, shit.
I'm trying to talk loud so you don't have to do it. It's
We're gonna have to get you a boom arm because now you're gonna be like, I don't like holding the mic.
no, I'm hands-free.
Great. But yeah, that was something Natalie and I were talking about the other day, was just that a lot of times newer people, for them it's they want to win.
Mm-hmm.
So it like kind of comes off as that like it's a lot of strength and like quote unquote spaz, but they're just trying to win every round. Which for all the white belts out there listening to this podcast, and I'm not calling you out because you're very good.
You
No,
are
I did
very good
ask,
at
how
that.
do I win?
In
class.
Yeah,
You did.
How do I win
And you should
jiu-jitsu?
want to win, right? We're talking
Yeah.
more like when there's a size differential. So even
Yeah.
even as a woman, if a new woman comes in and she's like 105 pounds, or like a teenager, or like we get one of our young 13-year-olds that comes over into the adult class, that's when you've got to stop yourself and go, is it really important to win right now, or is it more important to help her learn too? And I think that's where some of the dudes come in, like the white belts. They're not. And Ray is one. Ray, shout out to you.
He's gonna be like, you guys are shit talking me
He
out
is
of the
not spazzy. I was watching.
No, he's not.
Spazzy at all.
He's
He
very
moves
controlled.
Very fluidly. He's
Yeah.
controlled. But when I rolled with him the one time, I could definitely feel that. Well, I don't want to lose energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so once that kicks in, well, yeah, he's stronger than me. He can
Right.
move my arms in ways that if I was rolling with you or whatever,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do, right?
Well, and especially I feel like with guys versus women too, it's like not all of them, but a lot of them have that ego thing, like, oh, even though they're new, I can't lose to a girl,
right?
You know, so then they start muscling out of things, or, you know, it's like, well, yeah, when you've got freaking 6 times the muscle, you can just bench me off of you.
Right.
But if you're using technique, I can hold you down. So it's like they have that, there's that battle too.
But I fully understand why it's hard for them to like really understand the difference, and not just guys, like women too.
Mm-hmm.
I, for one, am still after 6 years, I am not a good flow roller. I am not.
You aren't, because you just see an ankle and you snatch it.
But even
well, yeah,
that is true.
But not even just that. It's just not. I'm a pressure player.
Yeah.
Before I started playing the legs, I was much more top pressure player. So the like flowing back and forth like that is.
You've gotten
very,
way
very
better
hard
though.
for me.
In like I can even tell. I'd say in the last like 6 months, I've noticed like a huge difference.
No.
Because you said that you really wanted to work on it and get better at it, and I feel like you've gotten much better at it.
I still feel like I'm doing one or two things: smashing you, or
well, yes,
your leg.
but
still, yes,
or
still,
underneath
yes.
because I was trying to get your legs and I failed.
Well,
that happens a lot.
That's
too.
part of it.
When we did that first women's open mat on a Wednesday, I know you came a little bit later because Wednesdays are hard for you to make, but you got a chance to roll with Lily, right?
No, but I did see her, and afterwards I said, "You float."
Yes.
She is the floral.
So good. I was like in awe of her.
Yes. Did you get a chance to roll with her? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if she is ever here again, you guys have to roll with her because the way she literally floats, and she's like such a playful like I don't even know if you want to call it a technique, but just like movement wise,
Style. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and I hadn't rolled with her in probably years, since I was like a spazzy little white belt, and I was terrified of her. She was the first female like outside of the gym I was at where I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. I want to be her friend, but I'm also terrified of her. And so I rolled with her that day, and I was just like, holy crap, like, this is so fun. It's such a playful, like, it was fun. So if she's ever here, you guys got to get a roll in with her. But, next, this is going to be more of like a chatterbox, but I do want to ask a couple of questions. What, for both of you, what has been, like, your biggest takeaway from jiu-jitsu so far? Whoever wants to go first.
Big question.
Big question.
I think maybe for me, it's helped me realize that I have like more power and strength in me than I knew, or that I had in me, and like I could be fierce. Like I went to a family gathering today, and I told them that I was doing jiu-jitsu and that I was maybe gonna do a competition in May, and they were like, "What?" And they were like, "We do not like see that in you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just like happy, bubbly with you guys." And they're like, "I can't see you being angry like that," or like, getting aggressive. I'm like, You'll have to come, I guess.
You'll have to come see it. No, you are like
beast mode.
when we say like in 3 months the stuff that you're doing, most people aren't doing that in 6 months. Like it's impressive.
You have one of those brains where you are very like I don't know what you would call it, but it's just very technical the way that you process things. And so once you get it, it's just like solidified. And you've done that with a lot of like core things and advanced things that I feel like when you put those two things together at 3 months makes you like terrifying.
Thank you.
So when you are like at 6 months, it's going to be insane. And a year. And just, I like can't wait. It's been fun watching you.
3 years, yeah.
Like,
that's why we were like, there's a novice bracket that we think that you would do really well in. Like, we'll never ask someone to compete, but we're definitely going to put the idea out there to be like, hey, like, you should maybe look into this. So I have been watching your bracket to see if anyone has signed up. No one has signed up yet. Yet. Someone signed up in Raise. So I was like, okay, like we've got one bracket there. So
I have to actually just sign up.
Yeah, I've been searching for your name and
just
still haven't seen it.
She also even remember to come here, much less actually sign up for my competition.
She also waited until there was 2 spots left for Malice, and I texted her. I'm like, bro, are you gonna do this or not? Because you got like 5 minutes to sign up.
Yeah. I was like, well, now I gotta actually make weight. Dang it.
Mel, biggest takeaway so far.
I guess even if you're not winning in a role, you're still learning and still growing. Because I feel like I'm really hard on myself and very competitive, and I'm like, oh, I've been training for 10 years, which is, I mean, not really, but people think, you're a blue belt, you should, I put a lot of expectation on myself, so I have to tell myself, like, yeah, there's a guy that's the same level, or maybe he is a white belt, but he is stronger, or maybe he's been able to go to more classes. Like, it's okay not to win all the time.
Yeah. You are impressive, which obviously I haven't been rolling much lately, but I'm here and watching and everything, and especially like the Wednesday Night Live open mat.
I'm
We will sit there and make comments. I'm like, Mel just doesn't give a shit. She goes with anyone. And I'm like, that is not someone I would grab for a roll. And here comes Mel. She's like, hey, you want to roll? And I'm like, you're badass for that.
Most women will look around or look to us to be like, okay, who's safe here? And we're just like, man, I'm good.
We were literally admiring you the other day because I was like, I just can't. She just does not give a fuck. She goes with anybody. And it doesn't care who they are, if they're new, if she knows them, if she's never seen them before. Like, she just goes with them. I am so picky. And I just watch you. I'm like, wow, I wish I had that confidence. I like look at someone like, nope, not doing that one.
Sometimes
Don't
I
know
feel like
them.
a little kid, like I'm standing there and like people are building up and I'm like, will you be my friend?
Everybody
I know. It's like gym class, everyone pairing up, and I'm like, hey, I need a partner.
Kid on the playground. Pick last. I was always pick last in gym class and all that. But
I'm like too nervous to like go. I know all of the majority of the people that are there, but I get so nervous to go up to them and be like, hey, do you want to waste this round on me?
Don't do that to yourself.
Not a waste.
It is not a waste.
I mean, I do get it. We have some of the young wrestler guys, and I know that I don't grapple the way they want to grapple, but
I don't even ask them because I seriously feel guilty. I feel like I'm wasting your time. You are gonna feel like you're in a wheelchair going with me, like
hot take.
But it doesn't hurt them to slow down and actually work on technique.
No, right. Technique versus just trying to kill somebody.
Hot take, because I know women always feel this way, but we are never a rest round or a waste of someone's time. And if any of you mother effers out there think that women are a waste of your time in a role, shut the hell up. That is all I'm going to say on that, because we deserve to be on that mat, and you need to screw off if that's what you think, because I'm putting in the time. And if you think your time is wasted because I'm a easy roll, just focus on putting yourself in a bad position and trying to figure out how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Make
No,
most of
it's like a personal thing. I need to like get out of my head and not do that, because the majority of the time I go with, you know, a new guy or something, and then halfway through they're like, wow, you're way stronger than you look, and I'm like, thank you. That means a lot. I'm always like, well, that was fun. So I know it's not a waste, but
I know.
It is hard.
it's a mental game.
Like, if you do get something, like for me, I'm like, I almost asked somebody the other day, I'm like, thinking in my head, did I earn that or did you give me that? Did I catch you up on?
Yeah.
That's a good topic. That's a good topic.
Anytime I get something like
I
that, I
was
really
it-
get it.
Wednesday, yeah, at the open rounds, I rolled with one of our like a lot heavier weight guys who's like just bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and I know he's like the nicest person ever, but I got him in a rear naked, and he actually tapped, and I literally had to refrain myself from being like, okay, did I actually get that, and or did you like just let me have it? But then I'm like sitting there reflecting. I'm like, no, like I know that thing was in solid, but I still was sitting there being like, did he give it to me, or did I actually get it?
Right.
They probably, to be fair, are letting you play. There is fairness to that. I guarantee
Yeah.
if you get a rear naked choke on Kenny, he let you get there.
Oh,
Oh no,
for
I
sure.
fully believe I got there.
Yeah. You know, chances are some of those higher skilled, bigger dudes are letting you play to get there in the first place. But I do believe when they tap to my ankle locks, that they're tapping because I got the good, because I got the lock, right? But I am, yes, for sure, I'm a 51-year-old purple belt rolling with purple belts and higher who outweigh me by, 60 pounds? Huh?
You're 51.
Yes, I am 51.
So fun.
I'm 51.
51.
Yes, I am 51. In age, I'm like 25 in maturity.
I maybe go 20.
You're probably right.
Okay, sorry.
I'm still stupidly rebellious and all of that's true. Like, I'm still who I am, but yes, I am 51. So I am, yes, they probably, whoever it was, they probably are letting you get there sometimes. Right. But that doesn't mean that what you were doing to get there once they, like, did you get to a mount? Because that's a legit move.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, once you get there, and then if you put that submission on, don't underplay yourselves. Don't undersell that submission.
Yeah.
Because chances are they're not going to tap to a rear naked choke if it's not tight.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, Will
So you
yells
got-
at me too because I always underestimate myself, and he was telling me the other day, he's like, I have to actually work when I'm rowing with you. He's like, no, don't get me wrong, I can outstrength you, so like I'm letting you move, but he's like, I have to actually like defend myself.
Right.
And so he's like, so don't think that I'm just like letting you get to things. He's like, I'm letting you move by not just smashing you with my strength, but you're actually getting to the positions that you're getting to. And I was like, okay, that
But
makes
I
me
do
feel a little
think it's
better.
important for us to keep that awareness too, because if we are ever out there protecting ourselves, please be aware. If it is a 220-pound dude full of muscle,
Yeah.
do not drop to your back and think that somehow you
Yeah.
got ankle lock.
Yeah.
Like you were going to get hurt, right?
Yeah.
Because if that dude is big enough and he's going to be stronger, he's going to be able to hold you down. Like, it's just, that's who we are. We have to know that. So being aware of it and saying, okay, yes, did I get where I got, or did I get Ken in an ankle lock? But chances are, if he wanted to harm me, he could have. You know? Like, so that's something I think is important for us to think about.
That's also something that I feel like we struggle with, like with flexible people too. Especially like in the training room is I'm trying to think about how to say this, but when you're dealing with flexible people and then they are like, oh, normal person, which I know I say that a lot in women's class, like on a normal person you get this, or like on a normal person you'd probably have to go a little bit farther, because if you guys catch me in an arm bar,
Right.
I'm gonna tap when it's here, because
this is my range of motion.
I can get like here. So that's another thing when you're in the training room and you're training with people, just making sure like, hey, if I'm a normal person, this is probably where it's going to be, and like let the people work and say tap. Like, yeah, obviously especially when you like know the technique and everything, and like making sure that you're not putting newer people like down. Because I know for a fact when I started, I don't remember who I was training with or when or what we were doing, but they kept saying like, oh yeah, like that's good, but I'm not gonna tap to it. I'm like, well, that's not helpful for me. Like, just be like, yes, like, yeah, I'm abnormal and I'm going to tap here. But like with me with my injury and everything, I'm one to say like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to tap to this. Likelihood that it's gonna work on someone else, slim.
Just gotta tighten it up for someone else.
Yeah, like for me, you can do trash technique on me. I'm like, nope, that's gonna dislocate. So, but yeah, just like making sure that when you're training with people, to like be like, hey, yeah, that was good. Like, if I were normal, that would really suck for me. So, just a little hot take there, but. How do you guys, Beth, I want to ask you, how do you think your jiu-jitsu journey is going so far? Because we're 3 months in, 5 classes in, you learned, you guys, in our first episode, how we said that we taught a new person a belly down ankle lock. Here is Beth.
And she tries
The
to
proof.
get them in rolls. Still.
Yes.
And she's been good at it.
But yeah, you started a couple of months ago, 5 classes in, you were learning belly down ankle locks. You chain things together. Like, we can see your progress, but I'm curious where you think you're at.
I think it's different class to class, for sure. Like some days I'm like, I have no brain. I cannot remember a single thing. And then there's other days where we like run through a whole series of moves that we chain together. And I think those are really effective for me to use when we roll at the end of class. And then, what's the question?
I love you.
Where do you think you're at in your jiu-jitsu journey?
I think it's going pretty good.
I love you.
I forgot where I was going with that. But I think like class to class, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely feel like I'm learning new things every class. And like whenever I roll with Natalie, I'm like, what's she gonna do that I've never seen before? She's gonna get me. I don't even like, my brain cannot even, because I'm very visual, I cannot picture what's happening on the other end of me. But I know it hurts and I'm gonna tap right now. But I don't know what it is. So like I'm very curious to like learn more new things. But I'm happy with like the progress. I could definitely come to more classes probably. But right now I'm just sticking to twice a week because I come to the St. Louis Adeline.
Yeah.
So
Twice a week is pretty common though. So
Mhm.
I mean, if you can come more often, that's great. But most people do 2 times a week. You'll learn coming 2 times a week. I mean, it's people that come once a month, and I'm always like, yeah, you're probably not going to progress very quickly if you come once a month.
Yeah.
But twice a week is pretty good.
no, I really do look forward to like Monday and Wednesday. And then like when Wednesday class is over, I'm like, oh, it's like a long time till Monday.
It's almost a whole week.
It's the
Yeah,
worst.
it's really long.
You should come to Saturday open mat.
Yes. Saturdays are
There
really
usually
fun.
are other kids there, by the way. So yeah.
I bring mine sometimes, and they are absolutely feral, and they run around. So
Sometimes the red mat is open, and the kids will go in the red mat, on the red mat, and use like
the kid stuff.
the kids stuff, whatever it is. Like,
Set up like obstacles.
our obstacle
Yeah.
course stuff. So you're welcome to bring her. I get that. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
It's also midday, so that's
Yeah.
kind of I get that.
But you can always just like text the women's chat or anyone, one of us, and be like,
I
hey.
still text Chelsea. I'm like, are you going to open mat? She's like,
I'm always
no.
there, so. Well, I shouldn't say always. So
Yeah.
Majority.
mostly. I probably won't be there this Saturday. Just kind of.
For what?
I tune in.
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about
That's
that.
a whole conversation.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to that.
Yeah, so you might not be there either.
Well,
Tell me that.
I'll be there to watch, maybe. So, I don't think I told you yet, but, and obviously whoever's listening to this podcast doesn't know yet, but I'm having shoulder surgery on Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sweating. I've been freaking out. I can't sleep. I have my pre-op on Monday, and I am going to ask for drugs because someone needs to get me under control.
That's really impressive though, like how quick they're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Surprised.
Yeah. So yeah, Thursday, Wednesday, be at Women's Open mat because I'm rolling because I will not be able to roll for 6 months. So I'll still be teaching. We'll have to play the first week kind of by ear and see where my pain level's at, but and see how high I am on oxy because I'm sure they're gonna be sending that home with me, and I'll be wanting that because my doctor flat out told me, he's like, you're gonna hate me for like the first day you'll be fine, but like a week or two after that you're gonna hate me. I'm like, great, can't wait. So, but yeah, so that's big news. But anyways, back to you guys. Mel, where do you feel, or how do you feel in your jiu-jitsu journey right now?
I feel more confident than I ever used to. I think I don't worry as much about. I mean, I still worry about what I look like and always feel like I should be better. But I feel more confident. I'm more excited to go to the gym than I ever have before. I think
like to hear that.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I loved going before, but I don't know. I like the camaraderie here. I don't feel. I mean, I had that at my first gym, but the next gym, I didn't know as many people. There wasn't as many women, I should say, too.
Yeah.
So that was hard. And then just being a mom now is kind of like the one thing I have to myself. And I heard a quote about this one, but it was something about like when you're rolling, you literally can't think of anything else. You can't stress about anything
That's true.
else
Yeah.
in your day because you're just trying to survive.
Because you're too busy surviving.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But it's that hour that you get to yourself
Yeah.
that you don't,
Focus
as a
on-
mom, have to think about the kids, and especially for me, it's like mine go to the class while I'm in there, so Beth could probably relate to that too, is like, I do not even think that they're in the other room. I do not think about them one single time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
some people might say that makes me a bad mom, but that is like, I have to have your
People
head.
grapple.
Exactly. But it's nice that you get that breather, and then it refreshes you, and they might piss you off 3 seconds after you get off the mat, but you're like, at least I had that hour to just take a deep breath. Yeah, makes a big difference.
So in May, Tori is looking to compete at Naga. You're looking to compete at Naga, and I heard from a little fly on the wall that you're potentially looking at competing soon.
June. Potentially.
Is that in Milwaukee?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
at the New Berlin OAW Sports Complex. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a grappling industry?
Mm-hmm.
It is a grappling industry. It's been years since they've been in Milwaukee. They've been in either Chicago or
The Dells.
I was gonna say, I haven't
least
heard of
since
one
COVID.
around here in a while.
Yeah, at least since COVID. So it'll be cool.
Sweet.
It'll be
June 20th.
so exciting to have so many people competing in our women's class, to see the difference and how we can all be helpful to each other with multiple people having upcoming competitions. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know on Wednesday we kind of worked with you, Beth, on a game plan for you, and kind of like, okay, we're gonna hit. I'm not gonna say what she's gonna hit because I don't want people to know. Secrets. But we came up with your game plan, and we're gonna work on that over the next couple of weeks. But we're gonna have to set up your game plan. I actually love this part because I'm like, what are you good at? Where are you going naturally, and what can we figure out for you from there? So we'll have to start looking at that and have a conversation about what you want to do, and then we're just gonna neglect you. I'm just kidding. No,
it's fine.
no, we're gonna come up with your game plan. But one thing with this surgery coming up that I have kind of been focusing, like shifting to, is trying to become like a little bit of a better coach, and trying to set people up for success more. So one thing, when I first competed, I wasn't really set up for success super well. It was more just a like, yeah, go compete, but there was never like a, okay, let's come up with a game plan and like let's start executing this game plan while training weeks prior and like this and that, which I think I don't know if you guys know, but my first comp is when this happened 4 years ago. So I kind of think if I would have been more prepared, I probably wouldn't have gotten hurt. Because I just kind of stepped out there and I was like, well, I know an armbar and I know a baseball choke. And let's hope for the best. But I didn't know stand up at all. I didn't know takedowns. I barely knew how to like properly pull guard. So like my focus is like when I hear people are wanting to start like maybe competing is like trying to help set you guys up for more success than I had myself set up for success. Just because that first comp really sucked. It really sucked for me. And I know Tori and I talked on the last episode, but your first comp, obviously you didn't win, but you took a lot away from it. And I envy that you have that mindset, because my first comp, I was like, I don't even want to like count it. Like, I'm not counting that as my first comp. I'm counting my first comp as in the Dells.
Yeah.
So I envy you there. So I just want to step into more of a like better coach role and be there for my ladies a little bit more when it comes to anything, but especially when I hear you guys are wanting to compete. So, but yeah.
I really appreciate that, because I am a perfectionist and I want to know all the things. And I feel like when I ask you things, you tell me and you show me. And I think I need to start taking some notes, because most of the things
Some people do.
most of the things that I need help with is just remembering like what things are called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just
If it makes you feel any better, I still don't know half the names of anything. I forget everything. She'll like tell me something. She'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," you know, when I'm like hurt Uki or something. I'm like, explain what it is, because I don't know the names of anything. And then she'll tell me, I'm okay, got it.
if you go into the mixed class and Ken starts freaking talking
Oh my God.
Japanese to you, like, I don't know what I will say.
I know a couple of them.
Half the time I'm like, you're making that shit up.
Seriously. Because he'll say like, he'll use like multiple of like the original names for things, and he'll be like this, and this. I'm like, I beg your finest pardon. Just show me, please, because I don't know what you're saying. You're speaking a foreign language, and that's too much for me. Literally, my brain is like, listen, I can barely even understand what we're doing right now.
But do you know the alternative name to Sumigaishi? Because I don't.
No, but I do have this book. Will was gifted this jiu-jitsu book, and I just recently started reading it. And it has all of the actual names, and then in parentheses, it has like what you just kind of call it, or like a small explanation, and it has pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, freaking picture book. I love it. I should bring it.
It's only the takedowns that I know the Japanese words.
Yeah.
For, and even
No,
then,
it's got
and even then I don't know very many
all
of
the
them,
things.
not like Ken does. But he's got a brain like that for some weird reason, like he remembers all that stuff. But I don't know the alternate, the
yeah, I guess.
non-Japanese name of a lot of those takedowns. I only know that name.
I just say Natalie's favorite takedown.
Mm-hmm. You do say that. You go off. Oh, Tori hates this one. Okay, I know exactly what we're doing today.
Love that.
Tori hates this takedown. Okay.
So when you guys are competing, I'm gonna go, Tori hates this one. It's gonna be like, oh.
Okay, like, all right, I know exactly what to do. Which is good, because it's kind of like code word. You know?
I don't know.
Because, okay, that was one thing that really threw me off in my first
I listened to the
competition.
video.
So, some people will tell you listen to your coach, some people will tell you listen to the opponent's coach to do what they're telling their person to do. Well, my opponent's coach did not speak English. So I was like, well, joke's on me. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what she's doing either. So here we are.
I just put together a video and it's the clip from one of the clips from episode 5, and then the clip at the end. And so as I'm like editing this video together, I was like, oh, her coach was totally talking in French. Because I listen to the other coach a lot of times, because I competed a little bit by myself without a coach willingly. Like, I've been like, I don't want someone here to coach me. I want to test myself. And so I'll like listen to the other person's coach. I'm like, I know where you're trying to go, and I'm
Right.
not gonna let you.
Right.
That sucks for you. But yeah.
Which I think is a good skill if you can learn, because it's hard to listen to. There's so much going through your head when you're doing that, and adrenaline and all the things. So then you're trying to also fight for your life, listen to what your coach is telling you, and try and listen to what the opponent's coach is telling them to do to like counter it. But once I feel like you can kind of know how to just take all of that, like it can be really helpful. It's a good skill.
My favorite moment from listening to someone else's coach was at ADCC Atlanta. And it was, I ended up winning the match on 2 points at the very end of the match in the 6 minutes. But she took me down, but she didn't get takedown points because I got to my side. But her coach goes, she sent me down very gently. It was a very gentle takedown. Like, and it's like slow motion, and he goes, "Very nice, ladies. That was so nice." And I remember middle of the match, I'm just giggling. So I'm like, that's funny. Because she could have body slammed me to the ground, but she just like walked over me and like set me down, and I was like, oh, that was so nice. Because in my head, I was like, that's so nice. She could have laid me out. And then her coach say, "So nice, ladies." I was like, that was so nice. Her and I are gonna be friends after this.
I should like Google Translate what her coach was saying from my videos. I would love to hear, especially what she took me down, because she was just whoop, and I just smacked the floor. So I remember just being like, holy shit, okay, I'm down and we're just going. Because I just came out of nowhere. It probably didn't, but for me it did. And I wonder what she said to that, like, oh, good one. Like, what'd she say? I don't know.
That was funny.
Anyways.
What are your questions? And I'm gonna hand you the mic.
Okay. Let's see. So, I guess this one's for you, Mel. What has been your biggest struggle since getting your blue belt? Like, what was the biggest change for you? Put you on the spot.
The biggest change, like in like my abilities, you mean, or just mindset?
All around, I guess, like mental, anything like that.
I think once I got my blue belt, I was scared because I'm like, people are gonna expect me to know what I'm doing, and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. I still don't. I mean, to a point, I do.
Yeah.
I'm much more confident, I think, in the things that I know. But like when we're learning a technique, and it's even something I've done, like I have a hard time like seeing a technique and doing it. But like when we're rolling and somebody's not staring at me while I'm trying to do it, or like my partner isn't knowing like I'm trying to do it, I don't think as much, and it's like functional, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that's where that comes in. So it's I don't know if that is it.
Oh no,
Sorry,
I mean,
I lost my train too.
Yeah. That I feel like it would be the mental.
Yeah.
That like, oh, people are gonna expect me.
I'm trying to think, like when I got it like years ago, I think somebody probably said something stupid like, oh, you're a blue belt, you should know that. And I'm like, well, that makes me feel like crap.
I would cry.
Yeah.
I would probably cry.
Yeah. It's so you feel like you have to prove yourself. Or like
Yeah.
a white belt, I'm like, well, people don't expect me.
I think that's
know
my
much,
favorite
you know?
part about being a white belt.
Is your excuse.
Is I
white
can
belt,
do something stupid. I'm like, I'm just a white
I'm
belt.
just a white
I don't know what you expect. I don't know nothing. And it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I can just use that as my excuse.
Exactly.
No, I get that. My other question is, Beth, has there been a point for you yet? Because those first 3 months are brutal. That you've been like, kind of want to quit. Don't know if I want to keep doing this.
There's only been one class that I went home and I told John, like, I suck at this. I really suck today.
Which class was it?
Yeah.
It was probably like a month and a half in. I don't know. I just like felt like I could not do anything.
You're way too hard on yourself.
That one day, I was like,
A month and a half.
well, yeah, I knew. I know.
know anything.
I knew the thought process was like bananas,
Mm-hmm.
and duh, like I'm brand new. But also I was like, man, I just really feel like I did terrible today. And this was my only 2 days a week. I don't get to go tomorrow and try again. I have to wait till Monday. Yeah, just one day so far that I've been like,
That's pretty good.
but I didn't
I
feel
feel
like
like
quitting.
I felt like that after every class.
I didn't want to quit. I was just like, man, I kind of suck today.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think jiu-jitsu is one sport, call it a sport, that it's hard because you are going to be bad. Like some people can just be really athletic and good at tennis from the start, right? If you have good hand-eye coordination, you're fast. But jiu-jitsu, there are more athletic people that come in that you're like, oh, they're gonna be good fast. Like you can see that you're one of them.
Yeah.
That you're like, yeah, you're gonna figure this out quickly, and you're gonna excel fast. But as a general rule, this is not a sport you walk in and you're just good. You have to be willing to suck to do this sport.
Yeah, I think
So-
also I have the mindset that quitting is not an option. Like if I quit, my daughter will see she can quit.
Yeah.
And I think she's at an age where like it's easy to say I want to quit all these things and not do it because it's hard or because it makes you feel emotional or
It's
whatever it
uncomfortable,
is.
yeah.
And if I'm quitting and then I tell her she can't quit, like, that doesn't really work. I believe in like leading by example, so I'm not quitting anytime soon. And she's expecting me to win.
That's what she told me.
I love it.
So you must not have been here, but we were talking to Beth, and oh yeah, that was when I taught the class, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
But
and her opinion.
I said, just so, like, we're not expecting you to win. Like, that's not, like, we just want you to go out there, and if you don't want to compete, you just tell us, and we're having the conversation. She's like, well, Adeline expects me to win. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, she was like, "You're signing up. That's it. Like,
I love
you're
her
doing
so
the,
much.
you're doing it, Mom, and you're gonna win." I'm like, okay, I hope so. She's like my biggest cheerleader though. It's not like in a mean way. She's just like, you are the best. Like you're the best.
No, but I feel like that's a
She's-
testament to like the type of person and the type of mom you are. Is like she knows that you're gonna fight for it. She knows that like, no, I'm not gonna let you give up because you know better and you don't let me give up. So why would I let you give up? And that's awesome that you have raised her like that.
Thank you.
And she's a little badass.
She's a cool kid.
She's feisty.
She is. I love
She
it.
does really well in the classes. And I told you this before, Ken marvels about the questions she asks. Because they're such intuitive questions. She asks
Which is how
really
you
good
are
questions.
in class. Sometimes you ask questions and I'm like, that's a really freaking good question.
I'm that same way. I'll be like, hold on, let me think. And I'm like, wait, can you do it to me so that I can like feel where your brain is kind of going? But yeah, no, you have really good questions.
Thank you.
I love your questions.
I do love your questions because they are like they're very helpful for everybody. And
Yeah.
so never stop asking questions.
Yeah, and some people might not think like they have the same question, but they don't know how to word it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
And
they don't want to ask. They're scared
Right.
to ask or whatever.
right, and like there are some dumb questions, but
Yeah.
but usually not. Like, I've asked.
No one's
some-
going to tell you it's dumb anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I've asked some questions where as soon as someone explains it to me,
Okay, sorry.
But sometimes I feel like even when you ask those questions or like because they're very technical usually to like something very specific and it might be something that you didn't actually like for me personally that I wasn't really questioning in my head, but then we'll go over or she'll go over like the sequence or whatever it may be and it helps something else click for me and it may not be like that exact thing, but it could be a transition into something different or whatever that it's like, oh, something else along with what you asked, like clicked in that for me, which is then helpful also. So I like questions.
yeah, no, and it helps everyone in the room. It helps me as like a coach to be like, oh yeah, I haven't thought about it that way. I know Ken was when he started coaching. He was still training in classes, but I know he stopped training in classes for a minute there and was primarily coaching, right?
Yeah, Ken goes to other gyms to be a student.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. Well, obviously he can't be a student in his own gym, but I think he was probably a high blue, baby purple when he wasn't really taking classes anymore. But it wasn't necessarily by choice. It just worked out that way.
Yeah.
So, and then yeah, he took on definitely more of a mentor cultural
But he said he
but-
learned a lot while he was
teaching.
Doing
and
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he said he had said a while ago. I guess we haven't really talked about that in a while. But I remember him telling me a long time ago that he learned so much just from teaching the kids class. Because to have to make it so that a kid can understand it, if you can find a way to express it and for a kid to understand what you're doing, like that's a whole nother skill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
and so that's probably what has, in part, because he was a kids instructor before he was an adult instructor. Not much time in between, but he started as a kids instructor. And by the time he was an adult instructor, I think he was probably really good at it, in part because of teaching kids. And so, yeah. And I know I'm biased, but he is a good instructor.
He's very good. It's very different from like the way that you teach, but I do really like the way he teaches as well. Like it's weird because both of you have a very different style of teaching, but both of them work with my brain. Whereas I've watched like the way some other people teach, just like through videos and stuff, and I'm just like, it's just like not. It just doesn't click in my head. But the way that both of you teach, it just works with my brain. It's nice.
Can I ask a question then?
Yeah.
That's a segue. Both of you, whoever wants to go first, how do you learn? What is your, like, how do you feel you learn from specifically jiu-jitsu? Like, is it, you like it better when they just rapid fire stuff at you, or when they break it down to every little detail of the technique? Do you like a lot of detail, not a lot? You know, just.
Very slowly for me. For me, like just seeing it, I usually don't catch on right away. Like I have to be doing it and somebody kind of talking me through it that way.
Okay.
Actually, just please go ahead.
Well, I really only have experienced Chelsea's way, but I did take one class from Ken last week for the first time, and it was a little bit of a different style, which I also liked. But I do really like moving slowly through the movement and nailing it down before adding like some speed to it. But we did a drill in Ken's class, like on the wall, and I had no clue where it was going, which because I just don't know a lot of things yet. But what we applied it to was so easy to do once like I did that little drill for a couple of rounds with the wall, and we were practicing like getting our feet up on our.
Oh, regarding?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that really drilled into my head how to do it, and now I'm doing it on a person, and it's easy to do. So I like both ways, I think.
I don't think. Oh
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I don't think you guys are so dramatically different. Like,
No.
and you guys probably, I'm gonna just say it because if that's specifically you, if you have really only Chelsea and Ken as your two experiences, I've had experience with instructors who like to do, and this is where my brain doesn't work. I'm no shade on them. It probably works for other people just fine. But for me, if you tell me 7 different things that could happen in between,
Too many
you
things.
lose me.
Same.
So if you say like, oh, I could go here, I could go here, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, and then you break and you're like, okay, everybody go. I'm like, I don't actually know what I'm supposed
Right.
to be doing
I'm
right
the
now.
same.
Blacked out the whole initial
Like,
what we're
you
supposed to be
lost
doing.
me.
Like
Yeah.
you showed me 3 different things.
Right,
And
I
I
understand.
don't remember any of them.
I don't know,
I get
and I
overwhelmed.
understand that every movement in jiu-jitsu has like 10 possibilities that can come
Right.
out of them. I get that intellectually, but don't show them all to me at
Yeah.
that one moment
Mhm.
because I won't know what to do.
Yeah.
And some people's brain works that way. Like that's fine for them, but for me, I'm just like, yeah, that teacher's never gonna teach me because you lost me 5 moves ago.
Yeah.
It's like that's like when you text a guy like multiple questions, like they're only gonna respond to
It's
one.
the very last one. Kenny is like that.
And
Maybe
you
that's
just
why
gotta-
he teaches
yeah.
the way he does. Yeah.
But he does, and that's one thing going off of that. I like the way that he kind of gives you both, like brings in a little bit the way you teach, where he still goes over it very slow and shows you all the different motions, and then you go into your drill to do it. But then he tells you, now if you want to go live from here and you want to work some stuff, see where you can get from that position, go ahead and do that. And for me, that's really helpful because it's like, okay, do what he just showed, but then where do I end up? and what can I do from here? And that helps me click a lot of things together. So I like how he always adds that in with his. That makes a big difference for me personally.
Would you guys rather, like, do you guys get more? Because I feel like I mix it a little bit, where sometimes it's like a lot of, well, there's this mission, this mission, this mission off of just this position. Or like where we chain things, like this is your takedown to your pass to your submission. Like, which one do you guys like better?
I really like both.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have a specific preference.
I think learning moves that you can chain together are like probably so beneficial, because in the first like month or so I felt like I was learning individual moves and I didn't know how to connect them. And so now I'm learning how to connect them. But like we've done a couple of classes where like we're in mount and we learn all the different things we can do from mount, and I think that is really beneficial as well. So I really like them both. But I definitely feel like I need the visual, and I need to ask questions about how you're actually, what you're doing with your body that you can't see. So like, are you pushing, squeezing, or pulling your arm that I can't tell because you're in a tight locked position?
Right.
I need to know what you're doing inside your body that I can't.
And we forget sometimes that we're doing those things, so we forget to let you know because it becomes just, we just do it and we don't think about that anymore. So if you find that, definitely ask.
Yeah, I do feel like I asked
Chelsea
that.
might not remember to be like, oh, well, I'm actually taking my shoulder and digging it in or whatever, because that just is so normal for her. She doesn't think about it. So.
Yeah.
I do feel like you do a good job of that, though, of the minor details of, okay, now rainbow your shoulder. Don't just shove it down, because those make a big difference, and those little micro changes do make a huge difference in whether you're getting a submission or chaining it with something. It can make it or break what you're trying to do. So I feel like you do a really good job of making sure you're adding those in.
Agreed.
Thanks, guys. We are at an hour, which a couple of the first minutes were just not anything, but it's fine. But I do want to put out, obviously it was something that we put in the group chat too, but since there's like the core people that come every class here, next women's event, like get together. Beth and I were talking about this on Wednesday. I've been big into tie-dyeing, guys. So I think that we should all get white rash guards when the weather is nice.
Fun, yeah.
And we can tie-dye our own rash guards. You do have to get a certain type of
I
dye.
was gonna say, yeah, I feel like it would be okay.
I googled it because I was like, ooh, could we tie-dye a rash guard? And so you have to get a different dye for the fabric, but I think that would be fun to do. So for our listeners, our women's program, we have an Instagram group chat, and we try to get together once a month and do something outside of the gym just to kind of like build our bond outside of the gym. So we went bowling, and then in March we watched UFC BJJ for our girl Theon. Still don't think she lost that match, but she won. But
did I tell you that I got into a fight with Will about that?
Oh, well,
I made him
lost.
I made him watch it after, and he's like, I don't know. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna actually get pissed off right now. Just don't. We like went back and forth, and I was like, don't talk to me.
Penny to watch it,
I was literally gonna text you and be like, Natalie, I should have listened. I shouldn't have made him watch it.
He'll just say you just like Theon, and I'm like,
that's what he said. He's like, I think you're just favoritizing her, and I was like, well, maybe I am, but that's irrelevant.
Ray was texting me as it was going on, and he's like, I don't know, you girl, and I was like, you shut your mouth right now.
Yeah, literally, we were in bed, and I like rolled over, and he's like, really? I was like, just don't talk to me.
That was funny.
Be quiet.
Well, our next women's get together will be less controversial. Well, I don't know if we'll do it in April, because I want to make sure the weather is good, because I feel like tie-dyeing inside is just like asking for a disaster.
Yeah, probably.
But I thought that would be kind of fun. So
That'll be fun.
Oh, wait, did you mention line dancing?
Oh yeah, line dancing or rage room.
yeah,
I would love to do a rage room. I have a lot of rage.
It's pricey, but I'm in if you guys decide.
Yeah.
I'm so down. We could also just go to the thrift store and get some
You
like
can sometimes you
cheap
can bring your own.
stuff.
You can bring your own stuff to break. So you can go to the thrift store and like buy a bunch of glass stuff. Bring
Wow. Yeah.
It's like,
You were
no, I appreciate what I was like, you do.
Yeah, okay. On that note, do you guys have anything else that you would like to say on the podcast? Any plugs? Anything like that?
Come to Underground. And join the women's class.
I like that plug.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, so women's class is Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 if anyone is ever interested. You can come get a roll in with any of these 4 ladies. I will be off the mat for a little bit, but I will still be here teaching. It'll be a little bit different of a style. We're going to see how it
New
goes.
learning.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Who are the 2 Ookies going to be? We're going to change it up every class. Beth is like, don't pick me. Cool. Well, this has been fun. This has been episode number 6. I don't think we said that at the beginning. But thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you so much for
Thanks for
coming
having
and
us.
chatting.
Chatting with us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll see the rest of you on the next episode. So I'm going to remind you guys to always